We'll judge people to be doing bad and wrong things when really they're just not doing them according to our standards or our, family tradition or our historical way of doing things. And if we asked, are they really wrong? They're not. Is it wrong for someone to have an opposite political opinion from me? No, because I have an opposite one to them.
Absolutely.
So if it's okay for me, it's got to be okay for them.
I did laugh in the car story though, because my husband and I also don't argue, except for when we first started to go on trips together. But it was about the driving. So I learned to drive around London. He learned to drive in a very rural part of the UK called Herefordshire, where there's just cows and sheep, basically. I'm playing it down, but there's a lot of cows and sheep. And so I'm a very confident driver. I also was in the army, did army driving. And so I'm very relaxed. He gets quite stressed when he drives in comparison. But also, we bought the first car we bought together had 6 gears, and our previous was a manual. And all his previous cars were in 5 gears. So I used to sit there as he's driving and hearing it needs to change gear. And it hasn't changed gear. I can hear the engine wanting to change gear. And I'd be like, 6th gear, 6th gear. And we'd get so annoyed at each other.
Yeah, but that annoyance comes from judging him not realizing or being sensitive to the 6 gears as being a bad and wrong thing that he's doing. Okay?
Exactly.
When in reality, it was just how he was conditioned to drive. That was not how he grew up. By the way, I don't even know about 5 or 6 gears. The most I've ever heard of is like 3, maybe 4.
There we go. Well, I tell you, we solved the problem in 2 ways. So we agreed to never comment on each other's driving ever in the car. And now we have an automatic, so it does it all for us, and we don't think about it. So that's the only. But for the first couple of years of our marriage, it'd be like 6th gear, 6th gear, and for him, I drove too fast. So a
lot of couples have that.
Absolutely.
It's how we're conditioned, what our tendencies and habits are, and they're going to be different from our partner in a lot of ways. Okay. So, but to judge them as being wrong is a mistake most of the time.